We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Welcome everybody to the Ham 160 here at Rockingham. Gonna have one stage tonight. Looks like it's gonna be a lap 50. 160 laps, having that noon race brought to you by Cheeseburger Motorsports. Well, Duve, I don't know how you're up there right now. We'll discuss it as we get to our grid here in a couple minutes. But how's that track feeling here?
Oh, my back hurts. It's that bumpy. So it is extremely bumpy in the turns. Coming off of the turn, so off of 2 and 4, it's very loose. So you're going to see a lot of guys tail ends breaking out through those turns and coming out. Hopefully that means we're not going to have. That doesn't mean that we're going to have a caution-filled race, because it's a very tough track to drive.
Well, and you definitely see it during qualifying, as Devin Butch, he's currently out there right now. With remember, tonight is our throwback race. We got some comical cars. You got Butch out there. He's got that Mark Martin paint scheme going. Duvendeck, well, he raced his old school 99. He's throwing it back to I guess the ASR Tour days. But they're
throwing it back to myself.
Man, there's some real comical ones out here. Some guys didn't participate. We'll go through them as we see them. It's definitely going to throw me off tonight, as I've got to try to call a race and try to figure everyone else. And Carlton Charles, this freaking ham sandwich of a track, is going to be a doozy, as Carlton's already texting. Let's go take a look at our points. The points leader, Devin Butch, he's locked into the playoffs with, 3 wins? Gomes is second. Pro V3. Brett Murrell 4. Eddie Morris got his win. He's 5th. Joe Wright gets his win. He's 6th. Duvendak 7th. D. Wright, Josh Hall, Junior, McCarty, and Riley Gomes. 4 drivers to the right. Well, they're locked into the round of 12. So it's definitely going to get harder before it gets easier. And we saw last week at the road course, did not expect to see Joe Wright come out of there and just take off and dominate that. David Hartney had an incredible run there. David Hartney, as you can see, also, something's not adding up here, and it's the new screen over there. Joe Wright is not added, so you have 5 drivers added in the top 12, as Joe Wright is not added to it. But last week's battle, Hartney and Wright. And Hartney just overdrove a little bit and allowed Wright to pull away. Eddie Morris out there with his Looney Tunes car. He's going to town.
Don't go to time too bad. I want to keep my top spots here.
Well, you're falling back to 3. The old Mark Martin got you. Man, I got to find Trey Spears, too. Trey Spears is supposedly in my favorite NASCAR driver growing up, Davey Allison's paint scheme. But he runs the 3. So I don't know if you can run an Earnhardt number and a Davey Allison. So
I mean, think about it. Everyone runs the number 3 Goodwrench car and throwbacks, so why not change it up?
Change it up, throw that Davey Allison Haviline in there. So yeah, it was definitely that was a pretty big deal when Davey passed in my family. Is that's what I grew up watching. I always liked him. I liked Mark Martin, little Rusty Wallace, but I think we actually have a Rusty Wallace paint scheme out here tonight.
Yeah, I think I saw a Miller one.
Yep, the Miller one is out there. David Hartney, well, he's throwing it back to the past who couldn't hack it. So I'm going to respect that. We'll take a look at that car later. It looks like a bunch of Backstreet Boys throwing up on the hood. It's pretty bad, but pretty awesome at the same time. And, I went up in the garage. I was talking to some of these guys. Josh, well, we'll just go take a look at Josh's, as we'll just call it the Ode the Butchino. So the best, the 68th ranked best cereal, anyway, from what I've been told.
There's that many cereals?
I don't know, but no matter what, it ranks in at 68. So definitely going to be an interesting race, as I guess I'm on the points. I want to get over there to the booth And we got about 14 seconds left in qualifying. Hey, at least we're going to have some overcast and some nice cool weather out there. Carlton
Yeah, not sure it'll make a difference though.
No, I don't know if it's going to matter with that tire wear. Carlton said, I didn't even text last week. Round of applause to Carlton Charles. Makes it a race. But let's head to our most famous words.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Engines up. And head to our grid. Let me get our TV angles all excited as these guys will start to roll. You get a little glimpse. Hopefully our grid updated. And it did. As... Oh, I don't like that because you can see that is going to be kind of annoying. We'll get it out of the way. Sharn Hill. Well, he's going to start on the pole. But you know, starting next to him, Sharn Hill and Eddie Morris actually running the same paint scheme, so I better be watching these numbers carefully tonight. Duvendak throws it back to the 99, and right next to you, well, there's that bush. So with Provy's running it. There's Eddie Morris in 5th, and the Cat 5.5 stays original. Junior in that Prilosec OTC. Man, I still think that ATT Prilosec car, one of the best cars out there. Mr. Zachary Cox. Riley Gomes. Max Picardi. Oh, Max Picardi bringing out that Winston. The Balenciaga. Brett Merle. He's bringing out that old Miller. Brad Young. Billy Tidhoff. We won't even call him William Tidhoff. He's Billy. Jake McCarty in the Red Bull 4. Matt Allen staying original. Kevin Graham. And there, hey, there it is, man. There's that Davey Allison 3. I like it. Cheese running that sponsored car tonight. Josh Hall. Well, there's the Butch and O cereal. Got to check that one out. Mr. D. Wright. Mr. Carlton Charles. David Hartney with an explosion of, well, just an explosion. And Sylvain coming in last. Don't believe Sylvain actually qualified. Get back out here to our leaders. Work on getting some stuff up for you. And getting that track map back out. As we are on the formation lap, they're coming around. Pace car going to dive away. There it goes. And we're off. Butchino getting a huge jump. Duvendak trying to stay with them. One thing that's going to throw these cars into shambles, well, they need to repave it. And that's unfortunately never going to happen. And oh, we already got one going down. And that looks like Junior and Riley Gomes making contact early. Able to save it. Let's see. Well, let me try to get to Riley Gomes. Everybody's good. Everybody's safe. And we stay green. As Devin Butchino's out there in the lead. He's got Sharn Hill to his rear per volt. Eddie Morris, Duvendak, Zach Cox, Ryan Gomes, Max McCarty, Merle, and Brad Young rounding out our top 10. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight on this pretty relaxed Wednesday night. If you haven't already, give us a like and a follow and leave some comments in the chat. Let us know how you're doing. Unless you're Carlton. You just keep doing what you're doing, Carlton. lot of personal bests already happening. We'll see how many times that gets broken. Took him about 3 laps to get these cars fully up to speed. And I think all these bumps, it can play a little bit of tricks on you with these tires as these runs. If we're able to get some long runs, these tires and that tire wear is definitely going to come into play. New fastest lap, Sharn Hill. Running that throwback Looney Tune. And you can see that mirrored car of Eddie Morris. Well, he's behind him. Eddie currently 4th. And Sharn Hill to the lead as he's able to make a quick move on Devin. And see how long he drives this car hard. And if Devin just stays in tow or tries to race him back. Eddie Morris takes away the fastest lap at a 23.7. Man, throwback week. Ham took the ham. The cheeseburger. Lawrence over there. Welcome back. Finally gets the night off. Well, he's got the broadcasting sponsored night. Takes the throwback, and I'll tell you what, if anyone tuned in April Fools, you saw guys switching paints on me, already messed me up. Well, now everybody switched paints. There's a couple I can identify. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that.
I try to make it easy for you.
It makes it a lot. Honestly, it makes it easier when you're in the old 99, the original 99, really the current 99 when the green one. The green one, sometimes I lose you in the crowd, but I can always find that 38 car when I need to find it in a quickness.
It's because she's beautiful.
Sharn Hill, he's out here still leading away. He's got his lead just to about 6/10. Fastest laps continuing to get set this time by Zachary Cox at a 23.7. This field is definitely putting down some pretty fast laps. You see a little gap though between the top 5, which is Zachary Cox, back to Brent Merle. If you look on that track map, you can see him starting to space out. Remember, we'll have that one stage caution at lap 50. It's definitely going to be interesting. We've got, what, about 3 races left in the regular season. 2. Let's see, we've got New Hampshire coming up, and then we have Texas. So we've only got 2 after this week. And then we will already be starting our playoff run. So these guys really, those that are on that bubble really got to have a good showing tonight. This is definitely the tightest that I've seen the points. And so many different drivers can get in. Devin sent out a message earlier in the week. He was like 31 points between like 16 drivers. So,
yeah, the room for mistakes is very minimal right now, especially closing in on the start of the playoffs. So,
and I'll tell you what, I think all drivers want to make it to the playoffs where they'll be able to finally hit Darlington, Talladega, and really try to get into those more commonly ran tracks. I'll tell you how uncommon this track is for me. I had to buy it. I never even had it. So I had to go out and buy the track. And I was like, okay, it's good. And then watching these cars in practice and then watching the incidents, well, you know what? I'll take what we're getting now.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I was the highest, but I think I was the highest.
That's why we practice. Well, as we take a couple laps here, Ooh, I'm trying to get over here to David Hartney's car. I want to check this car out. I tried to go to David Hartney's car and almost clicked David Hartney in the Discord. He would have been like, "God, what are you doing?" Here, I'll give you just an idea. We'll ride in. Let's go find me a nose camera of this thing, and that already gives you an idea. So, with that, there's definitely some color on this thing. And there it is. Hey, what though? There are some sweet stashes in that. And sometimes, hey, that's half the battle.
Stashes in what?
His car. Have you not been?
Mustaches on?
Oh, well, I mean, it's not supposed to be mustaches. It's definitely old drivers. But if you go check it out, well, you'll get what I'm saying. There's when he gets up close to you, you'll know.
All right, let me just spin out real quick and see it.
There's a bunch of dudes on his hood. And then, well, you got Josh. I mean, is there anything else you could say? It's the 68th ranked serial. Yep. Butt chinos. I wonder what they taste like. It can't. Butt chinos. It can't taste good. And here's Trey rocking. There's that Javelin. You know what? We'll keep them all in the rear chase here, and we'll kind of go through them. McCarty running the Red Bull. Eddie Morris. Oh, we got that Miller Genuine Draft out here. The Prilosec OTC. I'll tell you what, there's some creativity out here with these cars. Let me know in the chat who's the winner. Who should win the best car? I'll tell you what, Zachary Cox probably has the best finish on it. He's got that nice luster. As Tithoff, well, he's in the pits. He came out with that UPS, and I'm not quite sure what happened to Billy, but he entered the pits about 5 laps ago. I didn't even notice he went in there. I wonder if he's having some connection issues. And you can see some definitely creativity. As Sharn Hill still continuing to lead. Devin, though, starting to run him down. He's got that lead down to about 3/10 now. And you can see right now, it is Hill, Buccino. I'm going to call it fucking cereal all night. That's not good. Oh, now I'm thinking cereal every time I see Devin's name. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it.
Now we're hungry.
Now we're hungry. Well, I mean, I'm trying to eat dinner at the same time. Eddie Morris, he's broke off. And then all the way back to Brett Merle. That's a 3.7 gap. So you can see right now this is a 2-man race. And they've got, what, 13 laps to go until we get to our stage break. Looks like Billy has made his way back out onto the track. So whatever it was, he's back. Our in race, well, you know what? You're not doing back too bad back there, dude. So keep doing what you're doing and keep on concentrating and have a little fun.
Well, I mean, the goal is to finish top 10 in stage, and we can just hold on for, what's that, 50?
Yep, lap
20
50.
more laps on?
20 laps to go. You got to hold on. As you currently sit 7th in the playoff standings. I'll tell you what, I would love to see the broadcasting team somehow get into a Final Four battle.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It is definitely going to be a challenge, and challenge accepted. With special guest crew chief, Tony Starch. He'll be there. I heard Tony Starch, though, is going to be doing big things at the championship race this year as, it's a Tony Starch Viva Los Championship.
Oh my gosh.
That was the best money Tony ever paid to be a sponsor. As you can see, Cheeseburger Motorsports, since we've missed Cheese pretty much all season due to work, he said, I'll sponsor a race, but we're using Cheeseburger Motorsports. It's definitely different without him in that cheeseburger car that we're so used to seeing. Where it's just a perfectly layered, better than Wendy's could do it. And when I know we have coming up trying to see where our sponsors are. Is Texas is going to be Acres. Devs is going to be doing the Darlington race. The Money's Living Text and Drive. Well, we know who did that, Mr. Carlton Charles. And then we've got a special race meant for Bristol. But yeah, not many races left in this season, and I'll tell you, the points are getting closer within the field.
Well, I don't like that.
No, I wouldn't either. But hey, currently you're sitting 7th, and 7th in today's race. So let's see if we can hold that on for another 15 laps. As Devin Butchno was able to get around Sharn Hill. We saw him closing. And now we're going to see if Devin is starting to drive away. Will Hill be able to stay with him, or did he use too much tire? And we got a viewer over there on Twitch. I appreciate you tuning into the broadcast as we're at Rockingham tonight. And I'll tell you, if you are Eddie Morris right now, you got a bunch of Looney Tunes chasing you. As Hill and Morris in the same paint job, they're trying to run the 68 down. And you can see two different lines. Hill going to the bottom. Devin and Morris, while the two Neon teammates, they're going to stay in that high lane. All that racing allowed Eddie Morris to catch right back up and close that gap. But there's definitely some distance right now, as Brett Merle still 2 seconds off the pack, currently sitting 4th. And this race lead, we're going to stick here for a second, as Eddie Morris getting a huge run on that high side. Will he be able to get past Devin and get the lead? You know, Devin's going to want to try to get up to the high side again. Thinks it feels a little quicker for him. Eddie Morris to the lead as he is going to clear Devin. Sharn going to try to follow his matching paint partner tonight. He's going to stay to that high side and move into second place. Remember, Eddie and Devin are already locked into the playoffs with their wins. Sharn, well, he's made a bunch of appearances throughout the season. with podium finishes. I know he would love to make his way back up here. As Eddie Morris trying to spread his gap out just a little bit. He's got about 8 laps to go. Hill sticking with them. Devin, well, Devin's fallen to just about a second, just over a second behind leader Eddie Morris. And I would expect at stage, everybody's going to come in, get a fresh set of tires, get a full tank of gas, and then try to get through the next 110 laps. Some really good racing so far, and cars really avoiding contact. I'll tell you what, I did not expect this with seeing the contact numbers and the total incidents in practice. Eddie Morris, well, he came up and gave the wall a little tap there, but he's good to go. Still going to stay out there in front of Hill. Ryan Gomes, he's cracked his way into the top 10. He's currently 9th. Duvendak makes it past Riley Gomes. He's 6th. Right now, these two Looney Tunes, well, they are driving away from Devin Butchino as Devin just gets passed by Brett Merle. Did he use too much tire? As he falls to 4th. Did he have to overdrive a little bit to get to the lead earlier? Duvendak and Proby, they're back here battling. You got Riley Gomes, so we got a 4, 5, or 5, 6, 7 battle going on. And Max McCarty trying to join in the fun. Will he make this a 4-car battle? You can see Duvendak on that low side, Proby on the high side. Ooh, Duvendak and Proby almost make contact, able to avoid each other. And I believe I'm going to call that due to those bumps. As the white flag for stage is out. Later, Eddie Morris and Sharon Hill, well, they're going to start catching a little bit of lap traffic here. You see Sylvain right there in front, Carlton Charles. As Eddie Morris tries to hold off, and he does. No, Sharon Hill gets the pass. I'm sorry. The two cars, they swapped on me. Sharon Hill able to get past Eddie Morris. Let's go back and take a look here. And see this pass as they're coming in. Right here. Eddie just breaks loose a little bit. Sharon gets past him. And Sharon Hill takes the stage. And we will head to commercial. We'll try to get Sharon up here, but we're going to give him the opportunity to pit first. We'll catch you in a minute. All right, and we are back from our commercial break. Heck of a stage, no cautions. We'll get Sharn Hill up here eventually, if we caution. If not, well, we'll catch him at the end of the race for sure. But these guys currently 1 to go. Under our first caution, brought to you by Sunbelt, as they are approaching turn 3. Dalton Gibson says, do something, Doof. He is, Dalton. He's not wrecking. That's his goal.
I'm alive. I'm
He's
alive.
It's
all that matters.
It's been a tough couple weeks for the 99. But he has stayed alive. As we'll go back to full screen. Looney Tune on Looney Tune action here. I wonder if one's like a Wile E. Coyote. I mean, they're identicals. Sharn actually goes to the high line. Eddie Morris to the bottom line. Eddie Morris going to try to get back out in the lead, and he does. Eddie almost gets that stage win. Just a little slip up is all it took for Sharn Hill to close the door on him. Side by side they go. So we have just about 100 laps to go. We will we'll actually try to get around to some of these other cars, and there were some good battles going on, especially in the middle pack. And we'll see how they're hanging on.
And we got a wreck on the back.
We do. Balenciaga and Josh Hall going to be involved. Doesn't look like too much damage, but did we get spun around? We did. Well, let's see what happens here. Josh Hall eating a bowl of cereal. Bumps the steering wheel with his knee. Balenciaga comes in and gives him a little bump. And round he goes. And that brings out our second caution of the night. What that's going to allow me to do, as soon as these guys get all caught up, is, alright, we're caught up. We're going to go find them. Maybe. Oh, maybe I won't find Mr. Hill, as I do not see him in Discord right now. So, can't interview him if he's not here.
Can I do that too?
Negative, sir. You're stuck.
Oh.
You can't just disappear on me.
Well, we have storms.
Yeah, well, you do. I'll tell you what. Check out this shirt, though, that, you know, my little potato friend's wearing. He's got the official cheese shirt on. It's like, now it's like my own very own dress-up Barbie. I mean, I can dress them. I can give them actions. There's so much room for activities. As Eddie Morris will be our leader, as he was in position when the caution came out. Didn't look like those two guys actually took too much damage. It looks like each of them only a 2X, so no caution normally, but Josh Hall does the spin, and because of the shorter track, caution will fly. As Trey Spears coming back to the lead lap. See, I don't get it. Everywhere on here, it says William Tidhoff. Everything I read says Billy. And we know it's Billy. David Hartney going into pit. Talking about Billy Tidhoff, well, he's in there pitting. Coming off pit road right now. As we'll head to a quick commercial as these guys are going with 1 to go. we're back. We are back just as we are going to the green flag. You saw me messing with a little bit of the paint, training paint, trying to upblade them as, well, had a Gomes in here telling me, hey, update that. Oh,
Now
we're
we got
going
a
to
big
go
one on the
caution.
back.
And just as I talk about the Cat 5.5 and get his paint scheme up, him and the 127 of Matt Allen, they are going to bring out our third caution. And let's see what happens here. We were on Cat 5.5. Allen just kind of loses control as the 5.5 slides up. Nowhere to go. And just collects them. Now let's go check Riley. Still is Nickelodeon. We changed it up. We went a little bit of the we went a little bit older in the Cat paint scheme. Trading Paints is updated again. Sorry about that, Ryan. I must have missed you as you first came in. I had reset Trading Paints twice, and must have missed you right there on that last reload of it. But we got it now. As we are under caution once again after completing 50 laps caution-free. Well, we've had two back-to-back. The good news is we will hit lap 66 under this caution, so I'll be able to change our counter from laps to go, as we will have under 100. Well, dude, the good news is it's hard to bang the car up under caution.
Don't tempt me. I can find ways.
I'm sure you can. There's enough bumps.
But yeah, I mean, we're still sitting at 0x. The car's clean. We got some stage points there. Still got 100 laps to go. But I don't know. Top 10 is a win for me.
I think that definitely has to be the goal tonight, is to have that top 10 in mind, and just try to survive and lock yourself into a playoff spot. It's going to be tough to win one of these next three races.
Yeah, I agree. It's not favorable for me, but we just gotta stay getting top 10s. I think if we can top 10 our way over these next few races, should be good enough to make it in. So
that's it, as we are gonna come into turn 4 here. These guys will bring it to lap 66 and go 1 to go. So Eddie Morris, Devin Butchino, Sharn Hill, Brent Merle, Michael Pervolt, Riley Gomes, Duvendak, Kevin Graham in that motion rig, Max McCarty, and Junior are going to round out for top 10. As we have 95 laps to go at the Ham 160. And where is that Ham? Currently sitting 14th. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence. And there he is. He's back here riding with Zachary Cox. He's got Sylvain. He's got Trey Spears, who was able to get back, and he's rode his way up to 16th. We still have 22 drivers on the lead lap. Jake McCarty looks like he might be still out there, so he must have had some issues because he is down quite a bit. Maybe he had to go into another role, put a different hat on, and just take a seat out of the drivers for a minute. We all get it. And Billy Tithoff, who, remember, he pit early and kind of just sat in there for a couple minutes. Well, he's 3 laps down. As we are going green, as Eddie Morris getting a big jump all the way out there. Brett Merle's going to be looking to try to hold off this lead on Devin Butchino, and he is. He's going to get past him. Sharn Hill going to get past Butchino. Rovy's going to have Butchino slide up in front of him. So we have two famous throwbacks. And we'll see how hard they battle here.
Looks like we got another pile up on the backstretch.
We do, and this time it is going to involve Zachary Cox, Trey Spears, and Sylvain. And Trey Spears, I was just talking about how he was able to climb up a little bit, get back on that lead lap, and now involved in a wreck. It happens right, yeah. Meet Cox and Spears, as same thing happens that we just saw, as you saw Zachary Cox's car just start to break loose as Trey Spears is sliding up, and Sylvain just becomes a victim of nowhere to go. So those two wrecks, almost identical, almost happened in the same spot, and we are back under caution. Kevin Harvick, you've been busy. He's got nothing else to do these days, though.
I mean,
well, you know what? That's not true. He's still busy. He's still busy on race Sundays. And just like Kevin Harvick does on Sunday, we're going to take a moment and head to commercial. Back from commercial, we're going to go try to catch the old 99 as we're going to try a little science experiment and try to go down Old Pit Road here. Not the new pit road, the old one, just to see what happens. You probably hit a bump and the whole car explodes.
Well, hopefully not. There's a big bump at the end, I know that.
There is a big
Right
bump
there.
at the end.
Watching.
Yep, there it is. Little rumble strip. But it all looks pretty good. As D Wright's riding behind you, probably like, what is going on? Hey, I'm pitting. We're throwing it back to old pitting. As this time around, we will have 89 laps to go. 3 quick cautions. And I know there's got to be some frustrations out there. It is not fun riding caution laps. And really the same back-to-back incidents. And I don't know if there's anything you can do there to try to clean that up. I just think it's bad timing. You're coming up to speed, and it's just one car braking and another one sliding in the exact same spot. As we await the pace car. Pace car with a dramatic exit off the track. Brett Merle, well, He's on the bottom. Eddie Morris is going to be up top. Eddie Morris going to get back out in the lead. Merle's going to be chasing him down. And we are green. Sharn Hill going to slide up in front of Devin. Devin going to have Provy, Riley Gomes, and Duvendak in tail. Duvendak going to have Junior, Wright, and Kevin Graham. And that's going to be our top 10. Ooh, you saw Devin. He had that little brake move there, but he was able to slide up in front of Gomes. So Eddie Morris starting to extend the lead here. He's got a half a second on Sharn Hill. Gets past Brett Merle and moves into second. We'll ride with Riley Gomes. Whoa, is Duvendak going to take a big hit as the camera goes to him? And I know Duvendak started to break loose there, saw Gomes, and to avoid the contact with Gomes, put himself in the wall.
Yeah, I didn't want to get him involved in it. It just snapped loose a little bit, and then I tried to correct it. Just didn't want to get into him and overcorrected it then at that point.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that happened in the same spot as the last two cautions. We've seen it multiple times. This time you opted to keep it green by putting it in the wall. That car is damaged. Only a 2X, so it should be pretty good. You got a little bit of wall scrape there on the right side.
Yeah, unfortunately we got a meatball, so we're going to have to pit.
Well, you broke something. With a 2X and a meatball, let's hope it's quick.
Oh, just as I go to go in, there's a caution.
And the caution comes out, as it looks like. Actually, Riley Gomes still ate a 2X there. Brad Young and Zachary Cox, and it's Zachary Cox is bringing this thing into the pits quickly. Let's see what happens. We're going to 360 with Zachary Cox, and you know what? He's all by his lonesome. He just breaks loose. We've seen it multiple times tonight. Sylvain barely avoids him. And he does the 360 run. You know what? We might have to go back a little bit and do a little gyro run here with Cox, because we'll ride here. We'll ride a little bit of there. You can see the corrections happening. Round and round it goes. All contact avoided. And I'm not quite sure what iRacing, they threw out that caution pretty quickly, and not too much going on. Brad Young, well, he had a little 2X incident. And we'll bring this back. We'll find out where his happened. Again, not a lot of damage done to him. And it looks like he took the 2X as Duvendak came down to pit. Off that inside wall. You see the 78 coming around. And he gets that braking point. Hits the inside wall extremely hard on that door. So multiple cars just starting to break loose. Duvendak still in the pits. As we will head to commercial. Duvendak on his way out. Meatball cleared.
It's not very often you find a job where you look forward to coming to work every day.
The equipment rental specialist is a great way to start your career here at Sunbelt. You're the face of the branch, that first person that's going to give that customer that top-notch experience.
The everyday life as an ERS is never the same. Working with outside sales reps, job site visits, taking in a lot of phone calls. So being an ERS gives you a great opportunity to work in every aspect of the business.
When a customer gives me a call, I talk with them, find out what it is they're doing. If they're going to have a delivery, ask for their address, get the information they need, how long do you need it for. Whenever they're done with it, they give me a call. I schedule a pickup and service it and send it back out to the next customer.
We work with anything as big as like excavators, skid steers, to generators, chainsaws. I get a huge satisfaction of just seeing the equipment and contributing to projects.
Once you become an ERS, doors are open for you and you can almost do anything in the company. I was able to learn. That allowed me to become an outside sales rep.
The opportunities are endless, and Sunbelt really promotes from within, so it makes it a great company to work for.
Sunbelt offers a great support system. If there's ever anything you don't know, everybody you work with is willing to help you.
The training we get here is phenomenal. Everyone here is just wanting you to be your best, and they're always helping you learn.
When starting, they were able to help me get familiarized with the equipment and making the transition from my previous role to this role. I was able to make that smooth transition.
An equipment rental specialist allowed me to propel to the position that I am today as an assistant manager, and that just shows how the opportunities are endless.
Sunbelt is really for the employees. There's something for everybody at Sunbelt.
So we'll head to the developing story. Eddie Morris, Sharon Hill, your leaders. Well, Devin Butchino, he's currently 14th as he opted to go in and pit. Pace car is off, and we are green once again. Eddie Morris getting back out to a run. 12 cars on a 30-lap run. Trey Spears on a 13. Everybody else, they're coming fresh at 3 laps. As you can see, Proby getting into the wall a little bit, doing the bump. He's able to keep it up to speed. So he's going to race Sharon Hill, try to get into second place. Cheeseburger crawls his way all the way up to 9th.
Oh, we're going to have a huge one on the back.
And
we got Devin Butchino in it.
It looks like you're going to have Sylvain, David Hartney, Balenciaga, Brad Young, and Devin Butchino. And that may be the cause of some fresh tires, as we'll see where this one starts up. We know it's on the back stretch. Sylvain going through the grass, trying to avoid it all. So we'll get off him. We'll ride with Mr. Hartney.
I do believe that is going to be Balenciaga's second one of the night, so he might be parking it here.
We will find the Balenciaga. He is in pit road. That might be a park for the night. Did not use a fast repair. But he's definitely going to be calling Young's. Amazing, not too big of a caution. With especially, there goes Balenciaga snapping. And then it comes back in. And only really 2 cars. Stupidak barely slips by. So really, just Balenciaga. Butchino taking a little bump, and Brad Young. He's taking the bulk. Butchino's sitting on the pits right now, trying to maybe get this damage repaired.
I believe Butchino had to tow, so he might go a couple laps down here.
Which is crazy again, because when you look at the damage. Let's go back. When you look at it, it doesn't look bad. He's only claiming the 2X, but we saw earlier your 2X gave you a meatball flag, and looks like Devin, well, that's why he beat you to pit road so quick. Let's find out what happens to the 68. He sees him snapping. He goes as high to the wall as possible. And smashes the wall, nose on. And I don't see that dreaded black smoke. Well, my guess is engine blown as Devin goes right into towing. That will be a fast repair, as he's on his way out. 2 laps down. The problem is he's 2 laps down now. He's got to get on those horses. These guys are coming through the backstretch. Devin just going across start finish. He should catch the field, be able to fall in nicely to the back. But another quick caution after an incredible 50-lap run that I think shocked everyone. Yeah, Chucky, it happens, man. You are not the only car just snapping loose. There's cars snapping all over the place. Pace car gonna dive off. Looney Tune on Looney Tune action as Eddie Morris. He's gonna try to get that big jump out to the front. He's got Sharn Hill trying to play catch up. We'll see if these cars can maybe settle in a little bit.
They got him wrecking on the back again.
And this is going to be the 47. It looks like you're going to have a couple involved. You definitely had Trey Spears involved, Michael Lawrence involved, Matt Allen gets involved. And geez, well, he may have had a double 4X happened. And not a good time for Cheeseburger Lawrence. Let's rewind it. Again, Cheeseburger on the bottom, Matt Allen up high. The slide up from Cheese pushes Allen into the wall. There's the first 4X. Allen keeps on driving. There's the second 4X. As he comes down, hits Josh Hall and Trey Spears. So big wreck for Cheese. As we're running out of commercials, we're going to have duplicates coming here shortly. Yeah, Chucky, we'll catch you next week, man. As the Balenciaga is done for the night. Looks like Jake McCarty's still out here turning laps. He's 20 laps down, but Zachary Cox now 14 laps. He seems to be disconnected. Balenciaga disconnected. We got a couple coming into pit. Billy Titoff, Brad Young. Devin gonna join them. David Hartney car. And we'll give you a little bit of, let's see, the old David Hartney, he taught me a little trick earlier. I never knew it. I could just move stuff around with my keyboard. Pretty good. Who would have thunk it? I mean, seriously. Look at this thing. That's a well-oiled machine there. It's Hartney, currently 21st. As we come across one to go, Hill, Morris, Jr., Brother Brett, D-Wright, Prevost, McCarty, Kevin Graham, Gomes, Ryan Gomes, and Carlton Charles round out the top 10. Has anybody checked on? I'm not quite sure. Oh, Carlton's up in 10th, so.
I guess I need to start texting one.
Oh boy, here we go. Gotta do a little texting and driving if that gets you up there in 10th. I don't know, man. The one key memory I remember, and probably one of your best races, was that championship race. You sat in the back all calm and collected eating a freaking bag of chips. And I was freaking out. As we're going green again. Eddie Morris, well, he's going to get that big jump. This time, Junior, he's going to win that battle on Sharn Hill. Oh, we're going to get more contact. And the 11's getting thrown sideways. And I think the 11 did save it. Incredible save by Brett Merle. I thought we were about to have another big one.
Yeah, we got another one to the inside wall on the back stretch here.
And this is going to be Sharn Hill and Junior involved. And they're going to save. Sharn Hill, though, well, he's going to hold positions here. He's doing all right. Junior took the brunt of it. He moves back to 9th. Eddie Morris just set his best lap of the session. And does it again. Him and Sharn Hill getting faster. Brad Young gets a little contact. And comes up and hits the 4. And with that contact, we just saw it. Brad Young, to the pitch you go with the meatball. Eddie Morris getting quicker, 23.431. Duvendak with his best lap of the session. Billy Tidhoff, Max McCarty, 23.916. On this little run, we've seen some pretty incredible saves. These guys able to get it green. They want to try to keep it green, try to knock some of these laps off. It is not fun riding under caution the whole time. D. Wright sets his personal best. Run with the Cat 5.5 throwback. Gomes currently sitting 8th. Hamilton Charles sets his best, 23.747. Dubendak beats his time again. McCarty joins him, beating his personal best. Jake, not Max. As you can see, a lot of action back here. 5th through 10th. Some big passing going on. Guys would love to put another 50-lap stint together. How we looking max gas? How many miles do you think we can go there, dude?
I'm not sure about miles, but I can go 70 laps on a full tank. So all those guys who pit there under that last caution and got any fuel or were fixing their cars or whatever should have the fuel to go to the end if by chance we go green. So.
Well, who doesn't is your top 7 as they are on a 53-lap stint. Ryan Gomes, the first one on a 19. And that's going to put him extremely close to that line.
As we get a caution.
There it is. This is going to be Hartney and Josh Hall. Oh, we got Hartney. Well, he may have to tow here. He's not moving. Oh, he's moving. We're back to moving. Let's find out what happens with Hartney. Here comes the slide job. Hartney breaks free, comes down, clips the nose at Josh Hall. Josh Hall able to get by pretty unscathed, collects a little 2X, but Hartney just bouncing off the inside wall. And, well, there's a bunch of broken faces on the 43. And David Hartney going to take that fast repair. A couple cars had to use fast repairs. Brad Young, Hartney, Billy Tithoff, Devin, Trey Spears. That's it. As here comes the field. As Cheeseburger Lawrence is our leader. Cheese is going to be up there with that Allison throwback. Trey Spears, Riley Gomes, Eddie Morris will be starting row 2. Sharon Hill, Michael Pervolt, row 3. McCarty, Kevin Graham, row 4. And, well, Merle brothers are going to round out your top 10. Looks like Hall trying to catch back up. And David Hartney has had a busy night.
You know, I just parked it on pit road. I guess that's the joy you get when you win race 1, right? You can just show up and park it whenever you want.
Well, when you win the Daytona 500, you can park it. But we know he's probably got a busy night of doing some race control going on right now. And yeah, Dalton, it is a little high pacing tonight for sure. This track is a handful. And definitely showing to be probably the biggest challenge so far of the season. What's crazy?
I beg to differ. Last week was a challenge.
Well, last week was a challenge, but our incident levels were low, even with everybody driving in the grass. I'll tell you what, even tonight, with as many cautions as we had, our incidents have just now hit a total of 100, so, which is shocking. For the most part, these guys are doing a decent job. We just got these couple cars breaking loose, and that last long run we just had, well, a lot of saves to allow it to go as many laps. As this time is the pace car gonna go away. We are gonna ticket under 50 to go. Pace car going away. He's gonna get a big jump. He's got Riley Gomes in tow. Trey Spears doesn't get as good as a jump. It's Eddie Morris trying to get past him. Nowhere to go for Eddie. He's gonna have to ride. There comes Sharn Hill. Eddie Morris and Sharn Hill been pretty quick tonight. 18 cars still on the lead lap. Cheese out here getting some bonus points. Get some laps led. We know he's going to have to head back to work next Wednesday night. So he's out here having fun, enjoying it. Right now, Michael Lawrence leading this race. How hard is he going to push it? Cheese, Spears, and Gomes all on a 22-lap stint. The rest of the field, 5. So if you're Eddie Morris and Sharn Hill, you're okay letting these guys run on out there. It's going to be very close for them. Making it on gas, but the tire wear may be too much. Trey Spears making a move. He's trying to get past Cheese for the lead. As he pulls exit door. Side by side, these guys come out of turn 2, enter the backstretch. And we're going to have a drag race as we go into turn 3. Cheese has to pump off a little bit. That's going to allow Spears, who almost breaks loose, to get out in the lead, and they swap position as Cheese goes to the bottom, Spears goes to the top. Eddie Morris closing in on the gap. Eddie's going to have to be careful. That's what I was afraid of, is we've got cars everywhere. That's going to be Trey Spears, Cheese, Sharn, Hill, and Provy all going to end up taking some damage here. And that's what I was afraid of. If you were Eddie Morris, he was trying to get close up into that action. And with those 26-lap tires, it was a matter of time before they broke loose on him. But fun racing up there for these two guys. As you can see, they switch positions right here. Trey goes to the high side, Cheese to the bottom, and then Cheese comes up and just hits the back bumper of Trey and spins him. But simultaneously, let's go find Hill. At the same time, Hill comes up and hits Provy. And round they go. David Hartney has joined the booth, and boy, is he busy tonight. think we need to ride with my favorite person.
Oh, you don't want to see that.
Oh no, I'm with the pace car.
Okay. It's been a mess here tonight in this seat.
He is the winner in my book every time. The old pace car. I mean, he's got air conditioning. First of all, what is the track temp right now? Let's just take a look at iRacing here. Let's see. You got weather. It's 73 degrees, okay? So it's still not cool. This crazy pace car driver has every AC vent closed. He's getting zero fresh air in that pace car. But he's calm and collected. He's ready. Every time I try to go back to my pace car buddy here, he keeps bringing me to a McCarty.
Does that pace car guy have a beer in his cup holder? Because I know if I was the pace car driver, I'd be drinking.
I mean, why? I would maybe. I mean, he's got no fresh air. He got his windows up. He's got his air muffs on, though. You think he gets some tunage?
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure he's probably got a phone mount, too, to text and drive.
Oh,
there you go.
For sure. I always thought it would be cool if iRacing, you know, that could be your job. You join the session as the pace car. Hey, there are people that's their dream. They want to be the pace car. So, as the lights go off with the pace car, we come to 1 to go. Eddie Morris, Riley Gomes going to be starting row 1. McCarty, Merle, row 2. Junior Graham, row 3. Duvendak and Gomes, row 4. D-Ray and Devin, row 5. Devin makes his way into the top 10. It's been chaos. As Brad Young trying to catch the pack. He'll meet him somewhere on that back stretch. We'll ride with Eddie Morris in reverse style on this restart. Take a look at this field. 18 still on the lead lap. That number's been consistent tonight. I think we'd have more if we had a couple guys going in pit. As we are green. And I can tell you right now there, Mr. Hartney, the restart looked good. No lane change.
Yeah, I started going over them already.
Well, I figured if I'm going to sit here and ride backwards, I might as well give you a little bit of insight. We got one up there in the wall. And Eddie Morris, not enough damage to even register, but he looked like he was going to kiss that wall a little bit. Able to keep it down as Max McCarty gets past Riley Gomes, and Max is in second. And round, dang it, Duvendak, I see you sideways, and the caution's coming out. You guys are having a little party in this corner. Let's rewind and check it out. Oh, Duve just gets hit in the back corner. That's going to be Kevin Graham. Gives him a turn. And the Cat 5.5, well, he's going to make contact. And then the 88 backs up again in the Duvendak. Duvendak finally gets out of there as Gomes is like, hey, 88, get out of the way. I'm going to slide past you. As all three of them nose to nose. And with 30
got a wreck here in the turn under caution.
And that could be old Billy Tithoff and Josh Hall. We'll go back and take a look here. What is going on? There it is entering the turn. Tithoff just rear ends the 81. And the 81, well, heads to the inside wall and he's facing backwards. I guess he didn't really rear end him. I guess you could say he ups them because I do believe he's running that UPS car tonight. He is. You might want to stay away from the ups man tonight.
I don't want anything ups me.
Nope, don't. You don't want anything ups you tonight as Billy Titoff hits the 81 under caution. Well, Hardney, I've run out of commercials. I mean, I could go back through them. We could really turn it into Fox if you want.
No, I'm good. Please don't do that.
Over and over. Oh, we've got 2 laps to go. We're heading to commercial.
Right. It's been an interesting night, that's for sure.
It has definitely been a little chaotic. Hall, Young, Duvendeck. Well, they're going into the pits.
Yeah, I was plagued again with technical issues. Went a couple laps down, came back on the lead lap, spun, kept it in a wall, broke my car, then broke it again, then broke it again. So I was just like, yeah, I'm done. We're just gonna call it a night.
Well, sounds like I'm still breaking mine, so
yeah,
that makes you feel anyway.
Yours isn't completely broken. You know, it's been crazy. I've seen a lot of 2Xs tonight, and guys are getting the meatballs. And really, not a lot of damage to those cars.
I have
wearing them down.
I broke the front toe link on my right side probably 2 or 3 times tonight. So it is what it is.
Well, the Balenciaga, he doesn't seem too busy right now. He can get you a number to Young's. He delivers all 50 states.
Well, I'm still waiting on my previous order from a couple of weeks ago. I ordered about 10 of them, and I haven't gotten them yet. So I'm going to have to get a shipping update from them.
That's it. As Morris, McCarty, Brent Burrow, Riley Gomes, Evan Butchner, D. Wright, Carlton, Charles, Matt Allen, Sharon Hill, and Sylvain are going to be your top 10. As pace car lights are off as they approach turn 3. Duvendeck trying to catch up with the pack. Looks like he might have Hall with him. Trey Spears looks to still be on pit road where he may remain the rest of the night. But somehow, 18 cars lead lap. Pace car is away. Oh, we almost had a little bit of trouble there for Max McCarty. He almost spun the tires. That's going to allow Eddie Morris to get a huge jump.
Oh, we got another one around.
And it's going to be Billy Titoff, Josh Hall, Brad Young, Jake McCarty. Man, we're just collecting cars now. As Billy is, well, he's smoking. He ain't got no front end. And that, the upspan's coming. And he just comes down and takes off the nose of Josh once again. And it's going to collect Brad Young and Jake McCarty in the process. And this time, we will head to commercial. And we'll bring it back to full screen as this restart about to be underway. Eddie Morris going to start next to Brett Merle. Gomes, McCarty, Wright, Butchino, Carlton, Charles, Allen, Sylvain, and Sharn are going to be your top 10. Eddie Morris been out in front a lot tonight, avoiding all the chaos behind him. Good night for Brett Merle. He's been doing a lot of chasing of Eddie Morris. He's going to say enough's enough, and he's going to try to get past Eddie Morris here. He's going to stick to that bottom line. Eddie taking that fast, high run. Will he be able to stay side by side with the 11? The 11 currently in the lead. Eddie Morris back to the lead. Who's going to win on the line? Overdriving that bottom line brings a lot of challenges, to include a little bit more bumps and sometimes a car breaking loose. 11's going to have to be careful down there. Yes, he's going to opt to try the high line now. Well, we got another one going to the inside wall. That might have been Sharn Hill going in. Able to
we got Prevolti spinning across the
Prevolti going to the grass. That's going to keep it green. Looks like Proby may have towed. I do believe.
But when Provy spun, he went, he blinked out and he hasn't come back yet. So I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Billy Tithoff says, again, in fact, not my night.
Me too, Billy. Me too.
It's been rough. I don't think it's anyone's night unless your name is Eddie Morris right now, because he is out in front. Oh, Eddie giving the wall a little bit of a kiss. It's going to send him down to that bottom line where he's just going to keep on driving. Eddie trying to burn off as many laps as he can. Sharn Hill, Kevin Graham, and Carlton. Well, they're involved in some incidents. Let's see where this ends up back here. I think they're okay. I think they just had some hard contact. They're still driving. Each of them getting a 4X. And there's just some hard racing. There's been some tough racing all night, right in the back of that top 10 area. And in 7th, that's where you'll find Devin Butchino. We're going to have one up in the wall. And that is going to be a Wright brother. D. Wright. But he's able to keep it going. A lot of contact going on back there. You see Duvendak trying to make his way through it. He's climbed his way back to 11th. Sharn Hill, he's in 6th. He's been fast all night. He's trying to catch Devin Butchino and Riley Gomes. Eddie Morris, well, he's a second on Brett Merle. So he's out there enjoying that fresh air and trying to stay away from the chaos. Butchino going to slide up and just avoids contact with the wall. He is clear of Riley Gomes. He's going to try to use as much track as possible right now. looks like Provy now having a flashing issue. You saw his car right there on that backstretch, right in turn 3 and 4. He started flashing a little bit. And he's still looking like a caution light. Carlton Charles having himself a night. He's still hanging around the top 10. He's currently sitting 9th. He's got Kevin Graham, Ryan Gomes, and Robert Dubendak running him down. And Carlton, well, actually that's going to get one spun, and that's going to be the 13. He's going to save it. Incredible save by Merle as he's going to come down in front of Dubendak. Nowhere for Dubendak to go. Hits him in the corner a little bit, and the 13 saves it, and off they go. Junior with an incredible save. Carlton leading a big pack of cars who would love to take that position, finish with the top 10. He's currently sitting 8th. Kevin Graham now splitting the lines. He's trying to hold off the Cat 55 and Mr. Texton Drive. Big slide move by the 55 to get back up in front of Carlton. Carlton avoids the contact to that back left corner. Man, if Carlton would have hit the 5.5 fender there, Ryan was going to that inside wall. Able to give just enough checkup that no contact's made. Eddie Morris, though, he's a 2.5 seconds ahead of Max McCarty. He's trying to drive away. Brett Merle running around with McCarty. Devin Butchino, he's sitting 4th. Sharon Hill, 5th. If you're Eddie Morris, and you look at the board right now, you see Hill and Butchino, you do not want to see a caution and have these guys racket stack. The speed has been able to recover, and they have worked their way into the top 5. As a restart would definitely be challenging for Eddie. See Dubendak getting ran down by a bowl of cereal. The 68th best cereal, actually. A bunch of those. Oh, looks like Billy Tithoff got a black flag and had to go clear that. Lap 151.
He got a black flag for speeding coming off of pit road last time.
And that's going to bring Billy down to 19th. Brad Young looking to try to make a position. Billy 23 laps and Young 24. As we have 5 laps to go. Eddie Morris out in front. Now Duvendak leading a big pack of cars. He's got Hall, Carlton, Jr., and right behind him, they're looking to try to run down Cheeseburger Lawrence, who holds that 10th position. Eddie Morris, well, he's 2.5 seconds ahead of Max McCarty, so he does not want to see any yellow. He would love to get past this lap.
Him and I'm sure everyone else on track.
Oh, I'm sure. As the white flag flies, we will finish this time around. If you're Eddie, it's don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. Round and round he comes. And your Rockingham race winner, Eddie Morris. Followed by Mr. Max McCarty, Brett Merle, Sharon Hill, Devin Butch, and O'Reilly Gomes. You know what? I don't know why I'm reading them. I have a screen for that.
All right, guy. I'm going to hop down and start doing my race review. You guys have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Glad having you up here.
Yes, sir.
And we will remove this here track map. We ain't gonna need it no more. Morris, McCarty, Merle, Hill, Butchino, Gomes, Allen, Gomes. I'm telling you, Riley and Ryan having one heck of a season. Kevin Graham and Cheese. Duvendak finishes 11th. Josh Hall 12th. Junior. Carlton, D. Wright, Sylvain, Provy, Jake McCarty, Billy Titoff, Brad Young, Trey Spears, Hartney, Balenciaga, and Zachary Cox. And it has been one long night. But we'll give these guys a couple minutes. We'll get them all gathered up. We'll take a quick commercial break. Be back in a few.
It's not very often you find a job where you look forward to coming to work every day.
The equipment rental specialist is a great way to start your career here at Sunbelt. You're the face of the branch, that first person that's going to give that customer that top-notch experience.
The everyday life as an ERS is never the same. Working with outside sales reps, job site visits, taking in a lot of phone calls. So being an ERS gives you a great opportunity to work in every aspect of the business.
When a customer gives me a call, I talk with them, find out what it is they're doing. If they're going to have a delivery, ask for their address, get the information they need, how long do you need it for. Whenever they're done with it, they give me a call. I schedule a pickup and service it and send it right back out to the next customer.
We work with anything as big as like excavators, skid steers, to generators, chainsaws. I get a huge satisfaction of just seeing the equipment and contributing to projects.
Once you become an ERS, doors are open for you and you can almost do anything in the company. I was able to learn. That allowed me to become an outside sales rep.
The opportunities are endless, and Sunbelt really promotes from within, so it makes it a great company to work for.
Sunbelt offers a great support system. If there's ever anything you don't know, everybody you work with is willing to help you.
The training we get here is phenomenal. Everyone here is just wanting you to be your best, and they're always helping you learn.
When starting, they were able to help me get familiarized with the equipment and making the transition from my previous role to this role. I was able to make that smooth transition.
An equipment rental specialist allowed me to propel to the position that I am today as an assistant manager, and that just shows how the opportunities are endless.
Sunbelt is really for the employees. There's something for everybody in Sunbelt.
All right, and we are back, and it looks like everybody's racking stacked, so without a doubt, Mr. Brett Merle, welcome to the booth with Guy and Rob. How you feeling tonight?
Oh, feeling pretty good. How you guys doing?
Man, honestly, we're exhausted.
I'm glad that's over. I'm glad it's over.
I didn't even race, and I'm exhausted. So I know you guys definitely got to get a little wear and tear down there. But a lot of bumps. But, man, some really good racing up there up front most of the night. Sharn up there, you up there, Max, Devin at times, Eddie. I mean, heck of a job, man. M&M Racing going to take a 2-3 finish, man. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. It was definitely a fun race, and as weird as it sounds, I wish we had like another 60 laps. For the first time in my iRacing career, I think I might have been the fastest car on the oldest tires, and I needed that long run, which has never ever been anything I've ever asked for. I've always been the guy that wants the cautions, but I didn't have that raw speed, I feel like, but once we got 30, 40, 50 laps in, I felt like I was pretty good.
Well, man, you were able to get it done tonight. Bring it home for a third place finish, side by side with Max. I think Max, you only fell behind him 800ths of a second, so you were right there on Max. Almost took that second away. And Eddie Morris, I think, enjoyed you two back there racing a little bit. It's going to be much needed, especially with how close the points are. How are we feeling going towards New Hampshire next week?
Yeah, I'm not a big New Hampshire fan, but I think I'm feeling good where I'm at in the points. Unfortunately, Proval had a computer mishap tonight, but he's one of those guys that's just right ahead of me, and his demise is going to help me out. So I think I'm doing fine in the points. I'm happy with it going into New Hampshire. We're trying not to race back here. I mean, once I realized Max was a little bit faster than me, I let Max go to try to chase Eddie down with like 20 to go. And then with about 5 to go, I realized I was catching Max. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get him here at the line. And I think I made my move just a little bit too late. So all in all, it was a good fun race.
Man, well, it was definitely a fun time to watch. And I'm not going to lie, you won 60 more laps. I'm ready for some bed. So, but man, congratulations. And yeah, I saw Provi flashing in and out. Very unfortunate for him tonight. But, it's definitely going to help M&M. Provi, the other driver, part of M&M. But congratulations. And you know how we'll leave it. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I just want to, shout you guys out. We really appreciate you guys coming on board for the broadcasting Wednesday. I like what you guys do, and it's great. Gotta thank Cheeseburger for putting the show on last night and tonight, and all the admins, all my teammates. I got to give a special shout out to Jake McCarty. His internet sucks, and he knows it. He's got that poverty internet, we call it. He's kind of our Make-A-Wish teammate that we have on our team. So the fact that he blinked out right before the start of the race and still came in with 20 laps to go just to be our comic relief, we really do appreciate him for that.
Hey, that's guy for my team too.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? You say that's for your team, but hey, I'm here, and at least you know when there's big things happening. I'm calling things out. I think he kind of has an advantage riding in the booth.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of an advantage as I'm calling lap times out and who's pitting, and he's like, oh, I'm not pitting, man. This guy's pitting. I'm good. I'll stay out. Clearly, it's not playing at Rockingham as he finished.
It's not working.
It's not working.
It's not like I've won a race or anything.
Hasn't even finished top 5. He's right on that cusp. He's trying.
Yeah, we'll get there. I know that.
That's it, man. Well, congratulations. I'll let you get up there to your teammates and into the garage. This way we can get your other teammate in here. And, again, congratulations. We'll catch you next week at New Hampshire.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And, well, I guess I just left. I don't want to leave the broadcasting booth. I need to stay up here because finishing second right in front of his teammate, Max Picardi. Welcome to the booth.
How's it going?
Well, man, it's going. It was a long race. How you feeling after that one?
I feel good. Although I don't want cautions, I needed them because I saved it. My pedals shut off, and I fell all the way back to the back of the field. And getting cautions kind of brought me through the field. And I'm a little bit surprised. That was a fun race. That track's hard to drive.
So, are you telling me your pedals fell off mid-race?
Yeah, I've never had it happen.
You realize you have a 0 incident on the night, which is even more impressive.
Yeah, that surprises me. I thought I had a 2X or something. I know I almost got into Josh Hall, or I did.
Well, you caught him
one
a
of
little
those
bit.
cautions.
You caught him a little bit, but it did not register the X. You and Eddie Morris, the only two drivers tonight to finish with a 0X, man. So that's definitely going to help you with some extra bonus points, man. Congratulations on that. Huge feat.
Thank you.
But, man, well, other than the pedals falling off and all those cautions able to let you get through the field, you were pretty quick tonight. Finished just ahead of Brett. I mean, held him off by 0.08 of a second, so extremely close. And really some good racing up front, man. How we feeling going next week towards New Hampshire?
I feel good. I couldn't tell you. I don't know if I've ever done a race at New Hampshire. I know it's flat, and from everything I've seen, it's really, really hard to pass. So,
well, it's definitely going to bring its own set of challenges. The last couple weeks have been full of different variety of challenges. This one, no exception. And New Hampshire is going to bring its own until we can finally get back to Texas before a playoff run. So, guess we'll all be turning some laps going into next week, man. But congratulations tonight. You and M&M Racing going to take that 2 and 3 position. And want to wish you a congratulations from the booth and leave off with the floor is yours.
yeah, thank you guys very much. I want to thank Devin. I want to thank everybody that puts on this league, you guys, for the broadcast. Brian and Brett and Jake and Provolt. Even Cheeseburger made a guest appearance tonight. So, M&M Racing, thanks for having me on. When I get to make these races after work, it's very enjoyable.
Well, man, we are glad that you were able to find some time and join us tonight, and obviously it paid off. But I'll let you get up there with your teammates, head up to the garage, and we can get Eddie Morris in the booth.
Thank you. Yep, he deserves it. He ran a hell of a race.
Yes, sir. Well, you have a great night, Max.
You too.
And Max McCarty finishing second. Well, you know, this guy. Eddie, you're in the booth. Okay, I got to yell that. Just I don't know what you're saying down there. I was going to yell, Eddie, you're in the booth. But, man, Eddie Morris, you were worried that, hey, I'm not getting the win. I had the dark cloud. And, Eddie Morris back for the second time in 3 weeks, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
Not to mention, you're bringing some bonus points with the 0X, you and Max McCarty.
Yeah, buddy, I was trying super hard to keep that 0X.
Well, there was a time I was really worried for you. It was on one of those restarts. You were sitting third, fourth, and you came up, and I'm like, oh, Eddie, stay away from those guys. They're on old tires. And Trey Spears at that time spun out, and you were able to avoid it. And after that, it was all Eddie Morris to the lead, finishing this thing strong, man. Congratulations, and glad you were back up in the booth.
Hey, thanks, brother. Yeah, I seen all that happening, man. I had a front row seat to that one. I seen it probably a lap before it actually happened. They were racing pretty hard up there, and I knew I didn't want to be any part of it, so I was just like, well, I'll sit here and save my tires and wait for them to beef it, and, well, they beefed it, and I drove on by and was able to keep my 0X, and it was a pretty good race, man. Really good race. Hopefully it was as good to watch it as it was to racing it.
Well, I mean, when we were racing, it was fun to watch. Incredible.
Yeah, we did.
We said it in the garage, like, oh, we'll do like 50 laps green, and then we'll go caution. And I don't know who said that, but they need to be slapped, because that's what happened. Right? Like, we went 50 laps green, and then caution after caution after caution. And really, the cautions, they weren't the drivers. It was the car was breaking loose, then sliding up as the other car was sliding. And that happened probably 3-4 cautions in a row. So it definitely took these cars. I feel like they did a lot better on a longer run, and that showed as we were able to put in a long run to finish it. We had that long run in the beginning. But, man, I don't know. These last 4 or 5 weeks, this league has had to go through a lot of challenges, to include last week's road course at the Glen, Richmond, Indy. I mean, there's been some challenges. Dover. Yeah. And I think next week we're gonna have another one at New Hampshire, man. How you feeling about going to the New Hampshire where it's nice and flat?
I like New Hampshire. New Hampshire's always been pretty decent to me, which is weird because it's one of those tracks that you just don't like, but you can get the hang of. And that's kind of what it was for me. And I don't know, man, just always run well there. I don't hate the track. It's not one of my favorites, but definitely looking forward to it because I do run pretty well there. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Well, and I mean, with that, you're currently sitting 5th in the points. You're locked in, which I don't know if I put the new one in here. I'm missing a driver. I'm missing Joe Wright in the 12 lock because we do have 5 drivers currently locked in, you being one of them. You've got New Hampshire and Texas to get through. Points-wise, you got a long way to go to try to catch Devin. He went on that hot run, but I think passing Provy here as he had a little fly out, you're going to be able to make some solid ground on him, man. Probably get yourself into the top 3. Knew it was a matter of time before Eddie Morris came back out here and started making his way back up to the front, man. So we're glad to see it. It's been a long night, and I'm going to give you the opportunity with the floor is yours, get you out of here and get you into the garage.
Appreciate it, brother. Going to shout out to you. We appreciate you guys for everything that you do for the league. Being able to go back and watch it is pretty awesome. And then seeing Tony Starch and all the awesome commercials for the sponsors and stuff that you do. We really do appreciate that. So first and foremost, shout out to you, Guy. Shout out to the title sponsor, Dev Sports Cards. Mother's Day is coming up. Father's Day is coming up. I mean, some people are already counting down to Christmas. Go get some of that early shopping done. Go get some sports memorabilia from Dev at Dev Sports Cards on eBay. Sure, he'll have whatever you're looking for. He's got just about everything. Shout out to Morris Customs, rocking a pretty sweet paint tonight. I don't know how Sharn had the same one. I thought I was onto something there. So sick paint for him too. So that was kind of confusing. I got into the session. I was like, oh no, but it's all good. Mine actually had the 8 on it. I just want to point that out.
It did.
Shout out to my teammates. Joe wasn't able to make it here tonight. He's on his way to Talladega. So I think D-Wright's leaving out in the morning. So hopefully they have safe travels and be here next week to race with us. Shout out to Devin. He had a pretty solid run tonight. For the most part, I think. I'm not sure. I think he may have come back for a top 5 there.
He did finish 5th.
Got in a little trouble. I think D-Wright had a pretty solid run tonight too. Yeah, I've seen him on the relative a couple times. So shout out to him. Shout out to Hartney. I think he's still having a little bit of brake problems. He tried to soldier through it. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to everybody that allows me to do this. And we can't forget Cheesy B for sponsoring the race. The Ham 160, presented by Cheeseburger Motorsport. So we appreciate him jumping on and doing that for us. It's really appreciated. It's really cool to have a little bit of free time and make those little graphics and stuff and try to make it look a little better for the broadcast. And whenever people do that, I try to make it cool, So hopefully that delivered. Appreciate everybody. Yeah, man, that's it.
Well, man, again, congratulations, and we will catch you next week in New Hampshire, man. It's you've got yourself locked in, so you kind of sit back and relax, but we know that won't happen.
For sure. I never got confirmation. I do have to say I never got confirmation whether yesterday was Mama Pacino's birthday or if it was today or if it was close. So shout out to Mama Pacino. If today was your birthday, yesterday was your birthday. I don't know. Devin didn't confirm with me. So I don't want to miss you. So happy birthday. So couldn't leave her out.
Yep. Yeah, you got to wish out them happy birthdays to Miss Tammy as the league continues to be Tammy strong going forward. So
right.
We're definitely in it for the support. We're here. So, but man, heck of a night. Another win, second one of the year. Let's see if we can make another one next week. And until then, I'll let you get up there in the garage. Looks like they're having a fun time up there in the post race. So I'm sure there's some like, how'd this even happen?
Right.
But all right, Eddie. Well, until then, I will catch you next week.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right. You have a good night.
You too, man.
And Mr. Eddie Morris, I just dropped him into M&M. We'll just leave him off in there. That's it
Yeah, he'll
from.
figure it
We'll figure it out, right? Well, that's gonna be it from me and Duvendak. Rob survived. I'll tell you what, you did a lot better than you did in practice, and good job there, 99, leading into that broadcast team.
Well, I mean, I usually do a little better than I practice, and that's because you got the guys out there going. I saw a bunch of guys out there this practice trying to Ross Chastain it, so I tried it a few times, didn't work out, but.
Well, and you know what? You kept your incidents pretty low, considering. I think you let them in practice for sure, but you did not lead them out here tonight. So, man, congratulations to the league getting through it. We are going to head to week 9 next week. That's going to be it from us. Where are we going? SCSRA SCSRA Live is going to be tomorrow night. And then ASR, it's only got 2 weeks left. Back to Monday, man. This season's flying.
It is. I think we're at Bumpy Daytona this week, and then I think we finish it off at Talladega, and then playoffs kick off for us as well. So
that's it. We're about to have some exciting weeks coming up in the next 6 weeks. So, tune in, keep on watching, because it's about to get better. But that's going to be it from us, and we'll catch y'all next week, Monday night.
Y'all have a good night.